Hello everyone, this is your head coach Kuya Kyle for Smash Ultimate at Fit Gamer, and today we will do a Riptide 2024 recap. What happened at Riptide 2024? This will be a detailed rundown of the results at Riptide 2024, a P-tiered event held at the Kalahari Resort in Sandusky, Ohio. With over 1,000 entrants, we will discuss the top 8 results, along with some notable upsets. As always, for our recap series, we will go over top 8, top 4, and then highlight some upsets. If you have any questions, you can join me for our live classes Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and save those questions at the end of the class. But if you're here for YouTube, you would always leave your questions, comments, concerns down below, and I'll respond as soon as possible. And hey, while you're here, please give a subscribe. It would help out a lot if you're enjoying the content. Or, if you have any questions or any topics you want me to cover, I'll be happy to lend an ear. So let's get this started with top 8. Starting at 7th place, we have Shadic. He was seeded 5th and did really well. He swept his whole round 1 pools with 3-0s. And in round 2, he goes 3-0 over Despade, who went Sora and Bayonetta. He 3-0'd Char, who was a Steve main, and Onan 3-2. Another Steve. Shadic's just really good in the Steve matchup, and it makes sense because Corrin is a big sword character where Steve's harder matchups revolve around people with swords anyways. Shadic did lose to BeastModePaul in top 24, so right outside of top 8. BeastModePaul plays hero, if you don't know. And then Shadic 3-0'd Light's Fox to make it into top 8, and on lower bracket of top 8, he lost to Sonic 3-0. And I just think this clip is just a phenomenal way to end the set. He's 3 stocks over Light, parry, falling up air, fair, pin, beautiful nair coverage, goes for the back air, and whip punishes the up smash with a turnaround neutral B. Just a really clean gameplay from Shadic from this year. Very consistent, using a character that not a lot of people use, Corrin. So, amazing work. Next up, we have Zomba at 7th place, who seeded 9th, the Rob main that everyone knows and loves. He also swept round 1 pools, 3-0ing everybody. In round 2 pools, he 3-0'd Leviathan, who was a Cloud main, 3-0'd Jazzo, the Ken main, and Zomba actually lost the Shuton's Aegis. He lost 3-1, so he went to the lower bracket pretty early compared to the rest of the top 8 cast, but he had a very impressive top 24 run, or lower bracket run. So he 3-0'd Atata, who plays Ness, 3-2'd Guy, the Luigi main, and 3-1 Tweak, who went Wario and Diddy Kong. So amazing lower bracket run to make it to top 8, but unfortunately in top 8 he lost to Riddles Terry 3-1. I love this edgeguard. I thought this was another great way to end the set. Really great juggling pressure with up tilts and up airs. Nair. Beautifully spaced gyro there into the regrab for an edgeguard. I just thought this was very satisfying. That's just a really satisfying edgeguard. Great job to Zomba. In 5th place, we have Syrup, the Steve and Ness main. 3rd in a row to sweep round 1 pools with 3-0s. No sweat at all. In round 2, he went 3-0 over Yotakage, Bowser Jr. main, 3-0 Lima, Bayonetta main, and 3-1 Mia, Mr. Game & Watch, the Japanese main, or the Japanese Mr. Game & Watch, who was seeded 2nd. This was a huge upset for the tournament. In top 24, he 3-0'd Tweak, who went Diddy Kong and Sephiroth, which is another big upset. Not as big as the Mia one, but still a great upset for him. And Syrup only lost to Spargo's Cloud, 3-1. And then in loser brackets, he lost to Sonix, Sonic, 3-1. For the matches with Spargo and Sonic, Syrup try to go Ness against them, their OG main. But all these other games, they went Steve. So great work from Syrup. Really hardworking individual, and I can't wait to see more of him. And on the other side of 5th place, we've talked about this guy before, BeastModePaul, the really only top level hero main that we see. Surprise, surprise, he swept round 1 pools with 3-0s again, just like everyone else. In round 2 of pools, he 3-1 Pomonia, which is an Aegis main, 3-2 Cola, which is a pretty big upset, who plays Roy, or who played Roy for the set, and 3-0 Candle, who is the Olimar main. In top 24, he 3-1 Shadic, which was actually a pretty big upset for him, upset factor of 4. And in top 8, he lost to Shuton's Aegis 3-1, and then lost to Riddles Kazuya 3-1. Here's a really nice shield break attempt. He finds a Psych Up, finds a Flame Slash to break the shield, and a fully charged forward smash will take any stock, any day. In 4th place, we have Liquid's own Riddles. He did go 3-0 against everyone in round 1, except for a person named Swan, who's a Pac-Man main. They went 3-2, so a pretty close match. And I know I didn't say this yet, but all the sets at this tournament were best of 5. In round 2 pools, he goes 3-1 over PK Chris, who's a Ness main. 3-1's Rob, who is a Snake main. And Riddles loses 3-2 to Sonix, who plays Sonic. And similar to Zomba, Riddles goes on an absolute tear of a lower bracket run, going 3-2 over Pharaoh's Yoshi, 3-1 over Lima's Bayonetta, 3-2 over Osmo's Ryu, 3-1 over Zomba's Rob, and 3-1's BeastModePaul's Hero, and lost to Sonix 3-1 in top 8 for 4th place. And this is just a pretty funny clip here. So right here, let me pause it a bit. We have BMP looking for a spell. We got Crackle, Oomph, Snooze, and Magic Burst. BMP goes for the Magic Burst, and Riddles is air dodging here. And if you look closely, he actually, I think he armors or he just intangibilities through all these multi-hits to not flinch, and does an Electric Wind to get an opening here. And this is just a really funny clip here. I'll play it one more time at full speed. Just completely interrupting the Magic Burst and ultimately closing out this game in his favor with a parry into down B. In 3rd place for bronze, we have Sonix, Luminosity Gaming's own Sonix. Surprisingly low performance for him because he's been getting 2nd place, so the first time he's got 3rd in a while. 3-0'd everyone in round 1 pools, as is tradition. In round 2, he 3-0'd Ned, Pokemon Trainer and Sephiroth main, 3-1 Wilds, the Kazuya main, and 3-2 Riddles, his Terry. In top 24, he does lose to Shuton's Olimar, then goes on his own absolute tear of a loser's run, beating Snow's Mario 3-1, Shadic 3-0, Syrup 3-1, and Riddles again 3-1. And Sonix lost to Shuton in the loser finals, going 3-2 against him, again going Olimar. In this clip here that I picked out against Snow, you could see all the pressure that he's putting as an edge guarder, so F-tilting him off stage, and just having that presence off stage forces Snow to make his recovery a lot lower than he's comfortable with, and makes it so low enough that he can't make it back. And the icing on the cake here is this spring. Because it's covering this space, Snow can't recover that predictably. So he needed to hit like a really awkward angle, and it was just enough to clean up the stock there. So still innovating the Sonic game all this time. And it's just something that not a lot of people appreciate, is like the mind games of just taking or using your presence to force a mistake like that. For silver, we have Shuton. Shuton plays Olimar and Aegis for this tournament. He 3-0s everyone in round 1 pools, who would have guessed. And in round 2 of pools, and this is probably the hardest round 2 pools out of all the top 8 contestants here, he goes 3-0 over Apple Reviewer, who's a really good Mii Brawler main, We have 3-2 over Quid, the Pokemon trainer that won Let's Make Big Moves, I think. He won something. Oh my gosh, it's not in my head. I'll look it up later. And then 3-1 Zomba's Rob. In top 24, he 3-1 Sonix, which is actually technically an upset of 5, upset factor of 5. And then he goes 3-0 over BMP with his Aegis. And then he gets knocked in the loser finals by Spargo's Cloud. In losers finals, Shuton finds Sonix again, but goes 3-2. There's a clip from loser finals. And then loses 3-1 on the run back with Spargo. Right here, this is pretty close game 5 last hit because Olimar is pretty small. But I think at this moment, Sonix was kind of panicking here because we're like in this very close range area. And one hit from Olimar could mean disaster. So I think Sonix is just trying really hard not to get hit here. Shields that, and then Shuton kind of rolls in front of him, which is pretty unorthodox. You don't really roll in front of someone like that. Like, you're basically giving him an opening if Sonix reads this. But he actually spot dodges here because he expects something else. But because that spot dodge didn't hit anything, he goes for another defensive option, which is rolling. Rolling to shield the back air, which is great. But because of this beautiful spacing, there was like no end lag on that back air. So like very safe on shield, or not too, or it seems safe. It was really fast. And then Olimar or Shuton reads the roll in by running back, or maybe he doesn't read it, but he wants to cover space because his next Pikmin is the yellow one. Catches the roll with a forward smash, and that's everything. And Sonix dies here, but the Pikmin range here with the yellow one covers a lot of space. So I think Shuton just wanted to like cover some options there. And in first place, your Riptide 2024 champion is Spargo, who was C3. He had the perfect run, very impressive, made it look really easy. 3-0ing everyone in both round 1 pools, round 2 pools, and the top 24 match. So all of these games he went 3-0. He 3-0'd Sonito Sonic, Chase's Palutena, Mute Ace's Peach, and Asimo's Ryu. Just 3-0ing all of them. In top 8, he goes 3-1 against Syrup, who plays Ness and Steve. 3-2 Shuton in winners finals, and then 3-1 Shuton at grand finals, adding another major tournament in his resume. He just came back from winning Supernova. So having like back-to-back victories is really good for his ranking, and just a very dominant force from him at this tournament, just never dropping a set at all. Some surprising upsets, so we're gonna do upper bracket side first. So the big one that I want to talk about is Candle, who plays Olimar, seeded 29th, goes 3-2 over Hurt Snake, who is seeded 4th for this tournament. This is an upset factor of 6, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Snake does not like the Olimar matchup, but still going 3-2 and beating one of the best Snake mains in the world is a great achievement. So really big props to Candle there. Other upsets include Aaron's Diddy Kong, who was seeded 42, 3-0ing Geist. Geist plays Bayonetta, I believe. Rob, the Snake main, who was seeded 113, goes 3-1 over Peanut's Mega Man, who was seeded 16th with a smash factor or a upset factor of 6. I know for sure that Snake does not like the Mega Man matchup too much, but going 3-1 over Peanut is great. Osh9, the Mii Brawler main, goes 3-0 over Icy Mist Samus with an upset factor of 4. Panomia's Aegis, who seeded 173, goes 3-1 over Ling, the Peach main. So that's an upset factor of 4. Char's Steve beats Louis Money 3-2. Louis went Palu as always. This is a mouthful. Malachite Steve, who was seeded 202, went 3-2 over Quandale Dingle Lingleton, who went Steve and Doc. or I'm assuming mostly Steve, but there's no footage of it, with an upset factor of 4. And Aqua, who plays Bayonetta, seeded 208, goes 3-2 over Jaja's Kirby, who is seeded 49th. Alright, and then to the lower bracket side, unfortunately I couldn't find any footage of this, but the main upsets that I do want to shed light on is Dovito's DK / Bayonetta beating Beastly 3-1, who won Diddy Kong with an upset factor of 4. Andrew T, who plays DSS, seeded 121, goes 3-0 over Chunky Kong, who plays DK, who is seeded 33. Grease Almighty, who plays Snake, seeded 151, goes 3-2 over Paris, who plays Mr. Game Watch, who was seeded 63. Nat79, who plays Mario, seeded 229, who went 3-1 over Skittles Young Link, seeded 77 at UF3. And OJ Waddler, who plays Mario, who was seeded 225, goes 3-1 over Cody, who plays Peach, who was seeded 73 with a UF of 3. And that is everything, so let's go back real quick and do a quick recap. So what happened at Riptide 24? Let me restart. What happened at Riptide 2024? This will be a detailed rundown of the results at the P-tiered event held at the Kalahari Resort in Sandusky, Ohio. In 7th place, we had Stride Shadic, as well as Stride Zomba. In 5th place, we had Steve main Syrup, and Hero main BeastModePaul. In 4th place, we have Liquid's own Riddles playing Kazuya and Terry. In 3rd place, we have Luminosity Gaming's Sonix. For silver, we have Shuton playing both Olimar and Aegis. And in 1st place with a perfect run, we have Spargo playing mostly Cloud, or Solo Cloud. Spargo played Solo Cloud. Here are some surprising upsets on the upper bracket side, most notably Candle's Olimar beating Hertz Snake. And here are the lower bracket side of the upsets. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.